Welcome back to the channel, golfers. Today's video is the back 9 of my course vlog at Normanton Golf Club in Wakefield. If you haven't seen the front 9, I'll leave a link to it in the description and cards above if you want to check that out. Just a quick reminder, I shot 46 on the front 9. The putter has never really got going, and this is something that's going to need to change if I'm going to break 90. The second 9 is also a shot longer than the front 9, so I'm up against it here. So starting on the 10th, this is a very short par 3, only 95 yards to the pin, so I'm just hitting a 56 degree wedge and looking to try and get this close. I don't do too badly at all. This is one of those holes that seems so easy sometimes that you overthink it and end up playing a bad shot, but I've left myself with an uphill putt here. And that's a much better putt than we've been seeing on the front 9. Hopefully this continues, leaving me with an easy tap in for a par on the back 9. Hole 11 then is a dogleg left par 4, just over 340 yards. Driver can sometimes end up in the bunkers at the back, so this time I've took a 4-iron. I didn't catch this particularly well, but even slightly chunked, it still left me with the line into the green, and I can hit 6-iron straight towards the green here. This doesn't go as far as I was hoping it would, leaving me just a short chip onto the green, which doesn't go dreadfully and leaves me with a chance of making a par. Longish putt though, and again that's much better. Anything that leaves me with a tap in from that sort of range I'm definitely not going to be too disappointed with, leaving me an easy bogey. Good start on the back 9 so far. The 12th then is a 163 yard par 3, over water though, which obviously makes it a little bit daunting. Catch this 5-iron relatively well, pull it a little bit left though, it's probably pin high, leaving me a tricky chip on because the green sort of filters down to the pin. So getting this to stop anywhere close was quite difficult, so not too disappointed with this. At this point I'd be very happy with the bogey, and that's exactly what this putt leaves me with the ability to do. Bogey golf for my handicap is completely solid. The 13th then is a little bit tricky because again there's water to carry, but it also moves slightly to the right, and unfortunately here I've got a horrible bounce off that sloping hill there, as you can see, and it sent me straight into the bunker. I thought the drive was really good, so I ended up in a fairway bunker about 160 odd yards to the green, so I'm hitting 7-iron out of here. I had no idea how well this was going to go, but luckily I've just managed to clip it off the sand 140 odd yards towards the green, so I'm pretty happy with that. And then after a good shot you obviously get a terrible shot, and I've just bladed this 56 degree wedge straight to the back edge of the green. Luckily it didn't run too much further, and then the 50 degree wedge towards the pin just really didn't have enough juice on it to make this an easy putt. Still nearly sunk it, and I've left myself with a tap in for a double bogey. So we're up to 15 over now. With a par 71 I'm looking at 18 over to break 90, so I'm really going to have to up my game here. The 14th is a par 5, 460 odd yards long, and it's uphill. It's a tough hole this. Got a little bit lucky with this one that it didn't run further into the trees. It still left me a shot that I could play down the fairway, and I've clipped that quite well, leaving me 140 odd yards into the green, which is usually a comfortable 7-iron. This just catches the front edge and rolls backwards, so I'm having to chip on again. And again this is another tiered green, and I've just not given this enough to go up onto that top tier, leaving me a par putt that's miles away from the pin. And a mediocre putt gives me a chance of making a bogey, and I managed to do it this time. So up to 16 over with 4 left to go. This is a nice par 5, it's all downhill. If you can catch the fairway here, it's going to roll a good bit. And I hit a pretty good drive and it runs out to about 260 yards, which leaves me about 200 in. And at this point I'm thinking I might be able to get this close with the 5-iron. But obviously I chunk it and it goes not even 100 yards. So that leaves me a 50 degree wedge in. This one I do actually catch quite well, but doesn't go as far as I thought it would. Probably should have hit pitching wedge here, because it's just caught the front edge of the green, pin sort of middle back. But again, the putter getting a little bit better now, leaving me an easy tap in for a par. Hole 16 then is back up the hill we've just come down. This one's a par 4. To begin with I thought I was going to have lost this ball, but it's just clung on the left hand side, sort of tree line, and I've still got a shot in. So 5-iron up towards the green, and I've just pulled this left slightly and just missed the green on the left hand side, leaving me an easy-ish chip here that I just don't really hit hard enough. I'm quite comfortable with those shots, but I made a bit of a meal of that one. Putting much better now, and I'm able to tap that in for a bogey. So 17 over now, 2 holes left. I can have 1 bogey and a par if I want to break 90. So this is a par 4 downhill. This is similar to one on the front 9 in that it's quite achievable to get this close, and with the wind behind me this time I've been able to hit this over 270 yards, leaving me a simple 56 degree wedge in towards the green, which I put relatively close actually. I was pretty happy with this one. Giving me a look at birdie. It just slides by. Leaving me with a somewhat easy tap in for par. Bring me on to the 18th then, and a pressure hole. Just need to finish this one well and we're on. It's a tricky hole this, because you can see the water in the centre. So realistically you should go down the right hand side and then you can go over the little sort of water ditch and up towards the green. But feeling confident, I've took the water on. It has sliced a little bit, so I'm not as close to the green as I'd like, but we're over the water, we're still dry, and we're a lot closer. 7-iron in then. I catch this a little bit chunky, but luckily it just sort of trundles up to the front edge of the green. And surely from this point, I'm not going to let this round slip away. No, the putter behaving itself now, leaving me with an easy tap in for par, which leaves me with a closing score of 88. So that's the first time I've broken 90 at Normanton. Absolutely thrilled with that score. For the first time in a long time, I had a comfortably better back 9 than I did the front. Realistically, it was the quadruple bogey that cost me on the front 9, and had I not had that, or maybe even if the putter had got firing a bit earlier, I could have shot a comfortable mid-80s round, which would be very good at Normanton, and I'd be very happy with that. But as always golfers, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of the videos in the comments. I read every single one of them and try to reply to every single one of them, so I look forward to see what you've got to say down in there. Thanks as always for watching. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this one, and I'll see you next time.